The greatest returner of serve in the world is being tested now by some very good serving from the South African.
First serve.
Oh. Oh, this forehand of Agassi's is just a giant shot. He hits it so hard. He had so much venom in it. So he's earned himself a break point.
Great depth on the Ferreira forehand, which is his big shot. And it's been improving as the match has worn on. He was rushed in the early part by some brilliant Agassi play. Good serve.
Advantage Ferreira.
The 18th ace from the racket of Wayne Ferreira today.
Ferreira leads 4-2.
Secures him the 6th game of the final set and this 4-2 lead. And Agassi's frustrations continue. One break point in that game denied him.
Thank you.
And for anybody playing an American on this centre court with this huge support, you have to feel sympathy. It's quite like a Davis Cup atmosphere.
30 love.
The 11th consecutive point Agassi has won on his serve since it was love 2. Completing a 3rd love game.
Ferreira leads 4-3.
Well, you couldn't really blame Ferreira for failing to make Agassi work for the service game. He just hit his winners. Brilliant to watch.
Thank you. 15 love.
19. It is wonderful, this display of serving.
First serve.
He's only served one double fault. I know that's sometimes a kiss of death if you say it. But that was in the game way back in the first set.
Well, Agassi taking the fight to the opposition, coming to the net.
30 all.
Here is a huge point. Oh, he's missed his return. Going for broke as usual. That perhaps was slightly risky. Great play from Ferreira, who's broken a racket, has to change, broken the strings in the racket, has to change to a new one. But he'd come here well prepared, you know. He'd played the Washington tournament. There's the broken string. Where great play by Ferreira. And that was really an enormous moment, saving that break point when Agassi went for broke on his return and missed. And now 3-5. Ferreira really should try and close this out in this game. He doesn't want to have to put the pressure on himself. Well played.
And he's also got to keep hitting the ball.
15 all.
As you watch him really going for this backhand, even if he misses a couple, at least he's not going to tighten up that way.
Great serve from Agassi. Kept his head beautifully there. So the Olympic dream of Andre Agassi is beginning to fade. What a pity for Ferreira.
40-30.
Exactly the right tactics. Chip and charge, or block and charge. But no, it's 40-30.
Ferreira leads 5-4.
Just 4 points, 4 elusive points between Ferreira and what would be for him a sensational win. He's never beaten Agassi in 5 previous meetings. Here is a chance to get to the semi-final of the Olympic Games. Oh, that first point A dreadful feeling to lose it.
11-15.
Once more, the serve to the rescue.
15-0. First serve.
5-4, 15-all. Final set.
Just missed.
The ball called long. Well, at least Ferreira was going for his shots.
Thank you. Ready to play. Thank you. Thank you. First serve.
One save.
30-40. Thank you.
Well, they've erupted, as they've threatened to do all through this set, every time Agassi was in sight of breaking Ferreira.
First serve. Love.
So another double fault from Agassi, who has turned this match round marvellously, but I must say the crowd has been rather unfair to Ferreira. And the marvellous thing is that Agassi, who a few moments ago looked jaded and tired, is suddenly pumped up again. The adrenaline is pumping fast. Good play by Ferreira. The first time he's wavered. So even Agassi suffering from the feelings of the moment, the tension of the occasion. It couldn't happen again, could it? Earlier today, Mal Washington collapsed from a winning position.
Oh, was that close?
A change decision. Well, I thought it long, said George. George, the chef of Canada. Here, have a look for yourself. Well, it looks as if it hit the line. I think Ferreira was robbed.
Thank you.
Somebody shouting out just as they were playing. That's the most aggravating. You can stand all the noise coming at the right time, but
the crowd has not been fair to Ferreira at all. They have cheered when he's served a fault before he's going to deliver his second serve.
it's amazing though, isn't it? It's been Agassi who has put himself finally into winning positions and then messed up.
Good serve. Ferreira's return too high, only because the first serve was such a good one. Was the most sensational shot I've seen here these 2 weeks. A drive volley as we see it from the far end, from below the height of the net. Absolutely miraculous shot.
If you hesitate for a split second on a shot like that, it can go anywhere. And 2 in a row he's hit to win the points.
Got higher than the defender, but higher too than the crossbar.
Too much adrenaline. Just out, I think. Or was it good?
15-30.
Called good. I thought that was out.
I thought it just touched the side of the line. It's that close.
First serve.
So Ferreira faces 2 match points thanks to another fantastic return of serve from Agassi.
Thank you. Players ready. Thank you. Second serve.
That's it. Well, he may have won, Agassi. 7-5, 4-6, 7-5, and it took him 2 hours and 5 minutes to do it. But he's lost a lot of supporters and my sympathy for the way he conducted himself at the beginning of the final set. Swearing unnecessarily, getting the point penalty, and he really could easily have been disqualified for his language. A wonderful fight back from 5-4 down when Ferreira served for the match, and one must congratulate him for that. And so Agassi it is who will face Leander Pace, the wild card, who came through by beating Renzo Furlan of Italy 6-1, 7-5. They'll meet in the semi-final. And sympathy for Wayne Ferreira, who came so close to a first win in 6 meetings against Andre Agassi, the #1 seed.
What a tough match.
30-15. Yes, just long, that second serve. Trying to make it 6 games all, and of course here at the Olympic Games, no tie-break in a final set, as at the 3 of the 4 Grand Slam championships. Only at the US Open is a tie-break in the final set. So good steady serve, allowing the Germans still to feed on their frustration.
Game, Broad.
Inspired play from Broad. games. And the atmosphere around here, like that experienced in Davis Cup tennis. Little groups of national supporters as well, of course, mostly Americans. There is the brittleness that we noticed beginning to appear in the German side.
Well, it's also for Gellner. You know, he's the one who's really played better lately in this match. And he was showing frustration with his partner. He could just have thrown the pressure right onto himself.
15-all.
The British pair just looking for a bit of inspiration here on return of serve.
13-15.
No chance for anything on an ace like that. 6'5" he stands, Gellner. And uses the height well.
Lead 7-6.
And the final set of this men's doubles semi-final, where the medals beckon, as I said just now, a change in operation at these Olympic Games from the previous two in Barcelona and Seoul, where all four players of the losing semi-finals, the two pairs that lost, each received a bronze medal. This time, the losing pairs will have to play off for bronze, and that's going to put extra pressure on the closing stages of this match. That thought rattling away at the back of their minds.
Well, the way the whole tournament balances out is really superb, because they have 64 in the singles, women's and men's, and then 32 pairs, and they play it the right number of days. They get it right. They've got a good combination of men's and women's tennis, and the doubles gets forefront exposure too. But as we've been saying, the hardest thing of all is
Ferreira leads 4-2.
Secures him the 6th game of the final set and this 4-2 lead. And Agassi's frustrations continue. One break point in that game denied him.
Thank you.
And for anybody playing an American on this centre court with this huge support, you have to feel sympathy. It's quite like a Davis Cup atmosphere.
30 love.
It's just a giant shot. He hits it so hard. He had so much venom in it. So he's earned himself a break point.
Great depth on the Ferreira forehand, which is his big shot. And it's been improving as the match has worn on. He was rushed in the early part by some brilliant Agassi play. Good serve.
Advantage Ferreira.
The 18th ace from the racket of Wayne Ferreira today. The 11th consecutive point Agassi has won on his serve since it was love 2. Completing a third love game.
Ferreira leads 4-3.
Well, you couldn't really blame Ferreira for failing to make Agassi work for the service game. He just hit his winners. Brilliant to watch.
Thank you. 15 love.
19. The greatest returner of serve in the world is being tested now by some very good serving from the South African.
First serve.
Oh. Oh, this forehand of Agassi.
20. It is wonderful, this display of serving.
First serve.
He's only served one double fault. I know that's sometimes a kiss of death if you say it. But that was in the game way back in the first set.